Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. First of all, let me just say, I know, I told all of you that I wouldn't be doing any video updates because I assumed I wouldn't have Wi-Fi on my holiday. But guess what? Plot twist. The hotel I'm staying at actually has Wi-Fi. And let me tell you, after sightseeing and stuffing myself with Italian food, I come back to the hotel bored out of my mind just staring at the wall, or worse, watching brain rot. So naturally, I started scrolling through the news, and that's when I remembered Newjeans had their continuation of the trial today. And oh boy, when I tell you the situation just flipped on its head, I did not expect this at all. So first things first, it was revealed that the judge overseeing the trial literally told Ador and Newjeans to settle this matter through a settlement. Now, if you're not familiar with what a settlement is, let me break it down. It's when both parties agree to resolve things outside of the court, like adults. Example, Newjeans might agree to pay a specific sum of money, and Ador might agree to leave them alone under certain conditions. That's just a hypothetical, of course. But get this. Newjeans' lawyers responded by saying the girls were not in a situation where an agreement can be considered at this time. Like, huh? I mean, I honestly feel bad for the girls if they are mentally struggling right now, honestly, but they've gotten themselves into such a legal mess that they can't even take the peaceful route anymore. If you ask me, as someone who has studied the law, settling would be one of the smartest moves in this trial. In a settlement, both sides talk it out, maybe walk away with some dignity, and avoid dragging this mess on for months. But nope. Newjeans' lawyers and themselves said, no thank you. And now this case will be decided in court by a judge. Big yikes. Now here's where things get even juicier. It was revealed that Ador had actually been financially supporting the Newjeans girls even after they terminated their contracts. Yes, you heard that right. I used to wonder how they were even surviving, booking events, living their best idol lives. And now we know. Ador was still backing them. Ador paid a total of 12 billion won, that's about $18 million USD, to the Newjeans members as part of their salaries. That means each member made over $1 million. Like, hello? That's insane. So technically, Ador fulfilled their legal responsibilities as an exclusive management agency, which strengthens their case massively. But here's the real kicker. Newjeans keeps saying that their whole issue, the reason they broke off the contract, was because they lost trust after Min Hee-jin was kicked out of Ador. According to them, she's like their sixth member, but Ador clapped back hard. They stated, Min Hee-jin was not kicked out but left on her own accord. We asked her to take on producing, even when the court ruled that replacing the CEO was legal. She left saying she wouldn't do it unless we made her CEO. That statement really helped to understand what happened, but it doesn't stop there. Ador then points out that Newjeans performed at Hong Kong Complex Con without Min Hee-jin. So, are they lying when they say they can't function without her? Ador asked. That's a massive contradiction, and now they're stuck. Either they admit to tampering with contracts, big legal no-no, or they admit they don't need Min Hee-jin. But if they admit that, their entire argument falls apart. Ador played this round like pros. I gotta give it to their legal team. Strategy? On point. Even the judge stated, I've seen many cases of idols wanting to terminate contracts because of settlement issues, but this is a special case. Isn't the breakdown of trust an abstract concept? I will have to think about how to take on this case because each person feels differently about trust. And I totally agree. This case is very unique. There's no precedent, which, by the way, if you didn't know, is when a court has dealt with a similar case before and uses that result as a reference, overall to keep everything in the legal system fair. But since this has never happened before, the judge will have to rely on the reasonable person standard. Translation? Would a normal person find this a valid reason to break trust? Like, if your boss leaves voluntarily and some coworkers ignore you, is that really enough to break trust? I'm not convinced. Are you? And apparently, neither are netizens. One person said, it just looks like the judge is listening to kids complaining. The judge should tell them to work with Ador and end the case. Honestly, I sort of agree with that comment. Cause if Newjeans doesn't come up with stronger arguments or hard proof, it's looking like this case might swing in Ador's favor. Let's review what they've claimed. They need Min Hee-jin, which has turned into a lie. Le Sserafim allegedly stole their brand deals, also proven false. Louis Vuitton allegedly reached out to Hybe and Le Sserafim privately. And Hani's claim that Illit ignored her, also false. It's starting to look like the only thing they really want is to be with Min Hee-jin, and they'll do whatever it takes to get there. Which brings me to an uncomfortable question. Why do they want to be with Min Hee-jin so badly? This whole obsession raises red flags. It brings up topics like grooming. Yes, I said it. And even if people don't want to think that way, it's still weird. Let's be honest, Min Hee-jin is a 40-year-old CEO. Newjeans? They were teenage girls. That dynamic is not normal. You can't convince me otherwise. Now back to the trial. The Newjeans members made another statement, of course about Min Hee-jin. They stated, when Min Hee-jin was ousted and new management came under Hybe, the new management had completely different values from the past and became a different corporation. Like, Duh, a new CEO, new direction. What did they expect? A Min Hee Jin clone? Maybe the girls have trouble adapting to change, which is wild because they went from school to being K-pop idols to now going to a courtroom real quick. If they're fine adapting in those situations, why complain now? If they had just explained what values changed, they'd have a stronger case. But instead, it just sounds dramatic. Then, according to netizens, this was one of the worst things Newjeans could have said. People are now comparing this trial to ridiculous scenarios. One comment said, "This is so dumb. It's like saying if the president I loved doesn't win, I'm leaving the country." That comment made me laugh way too hard. But let's not laugh too long, as then, Newjeans got hit with a new controversy. They were accused of dining and dashing after filing their court appeal. A lot of articles are explaining this, but it's like they used a door to get famous, made millions, and then just left when it wasn't convenient anymore. That's not just messy, that's behaving ungrateful. Also, let's talk about some Newjeans fans real quick. My account is secure, okay? But the fact that Newjeans fans are hacking YouTube channels that don't support them is just crazy. Like, why? I swear I have never seen someone who does not like Newjeans. Go hack a channel that supports Newjeans. Like, go start your own pro Newjeans channel instead of wasting time boosting the views of channels who dislike Newjeans. And to my loyal fans, thank you. Seriously, I see you, I appreciate you. Y'all are the real ones. And yes, I used to be a massive Newjeans fan too. So this opinion is coming from someone who genuinely supported them. Also, quick announcement, I'll be monitoring my comments now. I used to say I don't delete comments, and you'll see that in my reacting to hate comments video on April 18th, but things have gotten out of hand. From insults to false info to full-on death threats, it's not okay. So yeah, those will be deleted. And back to the beginning, yeah, I lied. I told everyone I wouldn't upload, but here I am. I didn't bring my laptop where I edit, because I thought the hotel would have no Wi-Fi. But plot twist again, it does. And I've been spending my nights watching brain rot until I decided. Let's talk about this insane situation. Honestly, I wish I brought my laptop to edit properly, but here we are. I hope you enjoyed this video because I loved writing this script. It's been a roller coaster, and I hope this opened your eyes to what's really going on. Also, to the haters watching to the end, I see you. Start your own channel. Stop wasting energy boosting mine. And to my fans again, thank you again for supporting me on this YouTube journey. You're why I do this. The next trial date is June 5th, so stay tuned for more updates. And don't forget, my series also drops later this April. Like and subscribe for more updates, and thank you for watching this video.
Like in the future.